Hi everyone, this is Scott and welcome to the trade report video for the week of October 16th, 2016. Today we're going to go over the top trading setups on our watch list for next week. So we'll look at the main list as well as some additional names off of the full watch list. So first up is ABEO. This is an ascending triangle pattern here. It has a clearly defined risk off of this rising trend line here, and it's got a breakout level, clean breakout right around this 715 area. But if you you can basically draw a resistance level somewhere around like 690 spot in this area right here. It's a very nice looking ascending triangle pattern, so that one would be one to watch for next week. Next on the list is Match. So this is one it's been on our watch list for a couple days. It's trading in this range here between 17 and 18. Has like a bull flag looking pattern here, and it's a clean breakout through this 820 spot, but I would consider the real breakout, the closing above 18 would be confirmation. So this one would give you a target of 19 based on the depth of the pattern of this flag. So this is a nice look here in TCH. Next up is CRK. CRK has a breakout somewhere, it looks like around 850 in this area here. It's tested it. It tried to break out a few days ago, and then it's pulled back here. It's been on our watch list. It was on our watch list last week for a break of this 8. This was a resistance level here. You can see it tested it several times, and it finally broke that, and it's pulling back to 8 right now. So it's in this range between 8 and 850. So this one would be one to watch. It's an oil play for a breakout through these recent highs into new high territory. It's a very nice looking pattern here. Next up is ARRY. This is creating a very nice bull flag pattern, and it's been consolidating in this range here. Let's say right around 630 to 7 after this monster breakout. So it's trading sideways, which is what you want to see. It's very good consolidation, and we'll be on watch here for a breakout through 7 with expanding volume. And this one is one of the top watches. It looks really good for next week. Let's see, next one up is KTOV. So KTOV had this really nice run up, several days ago, and then just basically the last 3 days it really fell here. I don't think this stock is done yet. I do think that this is going to have a nice bounce here. It basically has a breakout level here right around this 350 spot. You can see right in here approximately, and then right here is 350, and then it broke it, ran up, and then now it's right in that area again. So this one looks like it could get a really nice bounce. So if you're going to trade it, you could use 350 as your risk, or just a little bit below, and then I'm thinking this thing could possibly run back up to its 430, somewhere in this area up here. So it's a nice looking setup here with KTOV. Next is Sprint. So Sprint was one we were watching Friday. It has this spot here at around $7. It's pulled back, and on Friday it broke through 7, and you can see down here the volume on expanding volume. So even though it's just barely broken out through the 7 spot, this is technically a breakout. So this one looks good here through the 7 spot, and if you're going to swing it, I would use a profit target from this 630, so 630 to 7, so you would add 70 cents onto this 7 breakout, so give you a first target of 770. So very nice looking swing trade here with Sprint. Next up is TRXC. TRXC was another one that was on the watch list last week. It had a very nice breakout through this 2 spot and really had a spike there, and then it just kind of pulled back here. The key level here is 2, so when resistance is broken, you want to see that resistance then turn into a support level. So this one could consolidate around 2 and then perk back up. It still looks like it could get some momentum, so if you're going to trade it, keep the risk right around $2 a share, and expect that level needs to hold. But this chart still looks like it could be in play in the future. Let's see. Next up is AKAO. This one is another one that's may not be ready yet, but it's still creating this nice tight flag pattern here. It ran up, and then it's got this resistance here around 520, and it's just in a range here. I don't know how long it's gonna be range bound between this 480 and 520, but this is one to keep on your radar. It's consolidating nicely, and if it gets a break at 520, it'd be a buy trigger. Next is Phelp. So Phelp had this really big run, you know, from way down here at like $1.50, ran all the way up here to like 480, and then it just pulled back for a while, and then started to spike up again near this 480 spot, 475, and then it pulled back. So once again, you're looking at this 475, 480 area for it to come back up there and test that, and then break out through that. So it may not be ready yet, but it's still one to keep on the radar. Okay, so next we're going to go into the marijuana stocks. There's a ton of really strong patterns in this sector, and I know some of you guys may or may not play these penny stocks, but you know, going into November with California legalizing, the belief is that it's almost guaranteed that California is going to legalize recreational pot, as well as Nevada and Arizona, and there's just a lot of ballot initiatives that are expected to pass. So this whole sector has really been on fire, and there's really been some great technical setups to trade. And so I just want to kind of go through a list of several of these names that I think you should focus on if you're interested in trading them. You know, I'm definitely trading them, and I'm doing pretty good with them. So first up is CNAB. So CNAB, it's you know, broke out through, let's say, I don't know, 30 cents here, 30, and it just had this really big monster spike, and then pulled back, and then retested it again. So it's right around here at this 65 spot, where it's right in that area, to where, and you can call this, let's zoom in a little bit, it's basically an ascending triangle. So you could draw, you know, a line like this, ascending triangle right there, and then, you know, draw it approximately through the highs here, you know, somewhere in this area here, and your risk is off of that lower trend line down here. But the pattern is just there. You know, I've got a swing position in this name. It's just a pretty chart, and the sector is being as strong as it is with so many names. I really think there's some more upside in these names. So CNAB is the first marijuana play. Let's see, next one is let's see, UQU. Another one here. It basically had a run up and a pullback. Let's zoom out a little bit further here. You know, it broke through this resistance right in here, you know, 15 cents or so, and then pulled back to there, found support, and then now it's potentially breaking out through this recent high, and it had some really big volume on Friday. So that's a nice, another good looking one there. BLOZF is probably my favorite in the sector. This one is just a very pretty bull flag, and I've probably tweeted about it 1,000 times, but I just really love this setup here. It's really nice run up, and then a pullback, and just consolidation, very constructive consolidation here. And what we're looking for is a breakout through this 34 spot. And it did have some big volume on Friday too. So this one, I just really like this play. I think it's going higher. CBIS. This was a successful bull flag breakout that I bought, and I believe I tweeted that to you guys on the private Twitter feed here. So entered here right around just over 2 cents, and then this thing had a really nice run up here. What was it? Let's see, about 12% in one day. So on big volume. So these bull flag patterns are very nice, and this one is probably going to go higher along with the whole sector. So I'm continuing to hold that one. MCOA, just another one here. It's got a spot here at around 18 cents. Tested it right here, and then once again you can kind of, if you wanted to, just you can draw a trend line here. Not perfect, but you can see here where the pullbacks, and each pullback is shallower than the previous one, creates this rising trend line of support, and that's what you use as your risk level. Next is CBDS. So this one has just really been a monster, and I did pretty well with it. I actually entered back down here at like 290, and then I sold my position at right up here around 420. So I didn't catch this last little run here, but I caught them in some of the other marijuana names. But this one has really been a great runner here. And if you go back even further, you know, a 1 year, you could see here this spot here at 375-ish. It broke through that. That was a key resistance longer term. And then even 2 years, you can see that 375 was tested back here too, back in September of last year. So it broke through that, and it's through all these resistance levels. So, you know, how far will these things go? I don't know, but the momentum is up, and the line of least resistance is up as far as I can tell for the marijuana sector. MNTR is another one here. Once again, you know, it's got this spot here at 90 cents here. It tested it here, pulled back, tested it again, and now it's putting in a lower, you know, a higher low here, you know, higher than this pullback here. So once again, it's creating this kind of ascending triangle pattern. Let's see if I can kind of show you what I'm seeing here. Something like this, and then, you know, there's your resistance level. So MNTR is another one, and then last would be ATTBF. It's once again, see back here it broke out. Let's see, you know, ramped up, pulled back, and then just broke out to new highs, and so now it's in this kind of sideways range consolidation here. So you're watching here for this 1540 spot here, somewhere in here, where it's tested it once, twice, and then, you know, so as it keeps converging on that level and putting in these shallower and shallower pullbacks, you know, you can see where that would be your trigger to go long. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for this week's trade report video. Look forward to talking to you guys next week in Twitter, and you guys have a great Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.